It's Monday. It's about that time.
As soon as it turned on, you went all watery and
pixelated again.
Yeah, hopefully, and maybe not for them, maybe.
Hopefully it'll clear up, because in the past it's like it starts out really bad and then it gets better. Yeah. Or maybe I'll drop out and then I'll come back. Let's just hope I don't drop out. Let's just
hope. We've done that before.
We've been there. We don't want to go back there. So, hello everybody. It's about that time. And everybody is all talking about BOGOs. If you don't know what BOGOs are and you're not talking about BOGOs, it's because you are one of the few people who follow us who don't know about doTERRA essential oils, which is fine. That's okay. You will. We just talk about it a lot. It's not the theme of our show, but it's such a big part of what we do that it always comes up. So anytime we happen to be having a show on Monday and there's something big going on within doTERRA that has to do with oils, then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So that's why. Hey, Monica. Monica is, we'll talk. I got to tell you about Monica later.
Okay.
Monica. My mom used to always say Monica. But yeah, okay, wait, let's see. Felicia, I looked up Tulsa coaches. Oh, so somebody's doing research on you. We're G.J. Kinney, former quarterback.
Oh, okay.
This is a small world, huh?
Mm-hmm. Funny.
And hello from London, Ontario. I love my Canadians. Woo woo. Canadians in the house. So anyway, do you guys in Canada have BOGOs? I know you have something.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably different. They're probably just a little bit different. So anyway, BOGO means you buy one, you get one, usually free or of equal or lesser value free. So that's what we've been talking about today, because doTERRA does this huge bonanza. They used to do like these individual BOGOs and it was a prize every day. And then what was it, about 2 years ago, someone came up with a fantastic idea of doing a box.
It was 2 BOGOs ago. I think this is our 3rd box, right? Or is this okay. Our 3rd box?
Yeah. You know, don't count on me for history and so yeah, the marketing department probably came up with the idea of, hey, why don't we put all of the week's BOGOs together in one and let people decide if they want to go ahead and purchase it the first day. And that way, what are some of the advantages of getting it the first day?
You get everything, and you get you just pay shipping one time and you get the done deal. And we also got a free oil, right?
Yep. Yeah. And sometimes oils sell out. So there was like a BOGO box a couple of boxes ago, and everyone was like so excited about getting it. It was actually one of the oils we're going to talk about today, Beautiful Roller. And this was one of the individual days BOGOs in the coming week. Everyone who bought the box the first day, it's a sure thing. You got everything. But guess what happens on the day of? If that individual BOGO sells out, you don't get it.
Oh, I did not
get it. So I learned my lesson.
Oh, you learned a couple lessons during BOGO, haven't you?
I'm always learning lessons, but I learned that
some BOGO
lessons. Was that you get the box. If you see anything in that box that you have to have, you get the box. You're saving so much money, and there's never, the thing is that people, I think a lot of times think, and this is what we're going to talk about today, is uses for them, because I think a lot of times people think, oh, there's 13 oils in that box. I'm not going to use all those random oils. Like, what's Roman chamomile, rosemary? What am I going to do with that? And they don't realize what they're going to do with them. So that's where you go wrong, because then you're like, darn it. So
yeah, okay. But you don't know what you don't know, so that's why it's awesome to share and learn some other things. And because the oils are so versatile, you're gonna find your jam.
Yes.
Like I always say, everybody should have the top 10 oils. I totally believe in that, and some others, Copaiba, Adaptive, but there are some that you're like, this random oil like just does it for me. And that's how you find that out, by getting the BOGO and getting that good savings. And that's how people who have a lot of oils on, people are like, they spend so much money. Not necessarily. We got an amazing amazing reward program, and they know when to shop. Like, be savvy.
Yep. If you're strategic about it, that's one thing I've learned, to be much more strategic about it. And then you save tons of money. I was looking around to see if I have my blue tansy bottle, which I don't, and I'm like, darn it! I wanted to show you how blue it is, but a lot of you have yours there, like when you open it. Okay, so where do you want to start? Do you want to just start with that one?
Why don't you start with blue tansy?
So can you put some on your?
I don't like to touch my bottles, but
I know. Well, you might have to use a whole drop and put it down.
Well, I have to with blue tansy. Wait, where am I?
I wish you could put it in my hand and then we could do the camera trick.
You can't really see it, but that's blue. Can you see?
Yeah, hard to see. Oh, you can really see it there.
See how blue that is? You can see my blue nails and how blue that is. Same.
Yep.
It's pretty.
Yep. And that's chemazoline, which is a very that chemical is really, really powerful for antioxidizing. So it's like that ingredient is used in really expensive beauty lines, and they use little bits of it, and that is pure, unadulterated, nothing but blue tansy from the flower. So that is like nothing but. Whereas like I said, some beauty products will have a little bit in there, and it's like we've talked about before. The reason why you wrinkle or don't have collagen is because of the oxidation. So when you take care of that, that's why you see your skin firm up, plump up, wrinkles fade. And you're like, how does that all happen from putting an oil on the outside? What else does blue tansy do? Oh, so one other thing blue tansy that I love is so we're talking recipes too. I've talked about my Superwoman roller. It is something that I've kind of gotten a little bit like, everybody's like, the Superwoman roller, it's amazing. It's blue because you put 1 or 2 drops, that's it. 1 or 2 drops in a 10 ml roller, and the whole roller is blue. And it makes, so one of the properties of blue tansy is it's really, really calming and relaxing. But for me, I guess if you have that baseline of like, you baseline to fear, which has always been my afraid fear baseline for my emotional negative baseline. Mm-hmm. I guess if you baseline to that, when you use something like blue tansy, it releases that. So I feel super energetic. That's why I call it Superwoman. When I use that, it kind of like dissolves the fear, and then all the energy that was going towards the fear is just released, and I'm just like, so that's why I call it Superwoman. People are like,
Superwoman. I was trying to find everybody wants Superwoman. I have
I love blue tansy. Does it smell kind of like blueberries?
People say that.
Yeah, and some people really don't like the smell. Like you can mix. That's why in the Superwoman blend, I put it with citrus, and I put it with Copaiba and Frank, and it totally smells amazing.
It's good to go. The blend that the blend that I gave today for scalp massaging. It smells good.
Yeah. Oh, what was that? Do you remember?
It's really blue tansy, and you have 2 drops blue tansy, 2 drops spearmint, 5 drops lavender, and you put that in a 5 ml bottle. And you can actually go bigger, but you put it in a 5 ml bottle and top it off with fractionated coconut oil. And you want it in a bottle with an orifice, because then you can put a few drops in your hand, put your fingertips in it, and then you can massage your scalp. And you can use a massager if you have one afterwards. And you can do that like the night before you're going to wash. Some people can do that whether they're going to wash their hair or not. But if things weight your hair down, then you can put it the night before. Very relaxing. All 3 of those oils are good for your scalp and good for your hair. Spearmint is very invigorating, getting blood flow. Yeah, and they smell. The three of them smell good together.
I bet. Blue tansy, spearmint, and lavender. 255.
Yep.
255. Okay.
Yep.
I'm just saying again because you know.
No.
225.
Yeah, 225. 2 of blue tansy, 2 of spearmint, and 5 of lavender.
Okay.
And you can even just put a drop of blue tansy.
Blue tansy, you can go 1.
Yeah.
That's what I say with the Superwoman. 1 is regular strength, 2 is extra strength. 2 drops. Okay. We love blue tansy. We could probably just do a show on blue tansy, literally. That's how. Okay, let's talk about spearmint. Let's just go with whatever the next one comes to your mind. Spearmint. My favorite thing about spearmint is for speech, and it really, really does help. I started noticing that with my self when I would watch back. I have a group where I do a lot of talking, and I'm watching back the videos, and I'm like, do I really say it that much?
Oh man, I'm on that.
Woo! I don't like that. And so if you diffuse spearmint and also you apply it to your throat, you can also use it internally. So I've been doing all 3. I've just been noticing a much more smooth, confident flow of my words. And it's not just the actual vocal cords and larynx, but it's the smelling of it too that allows you to, okay, you're confident. You don't have to search for that word. Just take a minute, pause, and keep talking.
Yeah, pause is so important instead of filling it up with or yeah or okay or whatever.
Yes.
Nadine is saying a whole live or deep dive on blue tansy would be awesome. I bet you Jess has that.
I don't know if I've done a deep dive on blue tansy, but I will because I do a deep dive on every single oil in my level up group. We do a deep dive on every single oil and essential oil product of doTERRA's. Again, let me put my spearmint on. What else do you like about spearmint before we move on?
I like that it's a little lighter.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to, it's its own thing, but if you want to compare it to peppermint, I like that about it. I love mixing it with things though.
Yeah. Oh, and it's also a good one for your thyroid. I'm actually applying it the same place that I would apply it for speech, that it's you apply it for your thyroid. Yeah, similar to peppermint, has some of those same invigorating, stimulating properties for people with low thyroid activity. Help balance that out to a more normal, balanced thyroid function.
Ooh, love spearmint on wool dryer balls. Yes.
It's just, what were you saying about brownies?
Oh, yes, you guys. Put a couple drops of spearmint in your brownie mix. Any brownie mix that you know, your go-to recipe, add a couple drops. And you can see how you like them. And then next, keep track of what you did. Don't be like me and don't pay attention. And then the next time you can do the same or add one more. She says spearmint is her happy oil. It has a very positive effect on me emotionally. See, that's awesome. Now, how did she know that? Because she tried it. Because it's not the typical oil. It's invigorating, but it's not the typical oil that you would say happy. But that's what she found out for her. So that's how you know. That's how I was looking for my book. That's how you know. It's by trying different oils.
Yep. I'm just making sure we don't miss any of the oils. I'm looking. Okay, we did tansy, spearmint, lemon. What? Who doesn't love lemon? Lemon is just, it's lemon. Everybody loves lemon. Yeah. You can't, it's one of the oils that I used to get 2 or 3, and now I have to have 2 or 3 backup at all times because we use so much of it to clean. Lately, I've been doing almost all of my cleaning with baking soda, vinegar, and lemon essential oil. Bathrooms, tubs, sinks, showers, all of it. Floors. And it's incredible how good it works. But you're going to use quite a bit of lemon essential oil. So I use a lot of lemon essential oil all the time. What is your favorite lemon essential oil thing?
About lemon, I think my favorite thing is about drinking it in water and helping you to detox
Mm.
it. And we say that a lot of times people say so that water tastes better so that you drink more, which that's awesome. But it actually is helping you to detoxify also. And I love that.
Mm-hmm. Big time. Okay. Lemon is, we're going to move on to tangerine because it's going to be a little bit similar as far as why it's so great. The citrus oils are so great, but specifically tangerine, I was talking about earlier, if you think of tangerine, think of all things congested and how it helps, kind of like grapefruit, it helps break up that congestion. So when your lymph is congested, any cellulite, that accumulation of foreign material or stuff that shouldn't be there, clogging up, tangerine comes in and is just like a power wash. It's pretty amazing. And using it to dry brush, it also tastes amazing. It also smells amazing. It's just great.
Yeah. It's a good all around. Well, I mean, citruses, they just are. And also adding it to your body butter.
Mm.
If you want to stimulate blood flow and get that skin in those areas looking the best that we can on the thighs and behind the lower belly.
Yes. Another one to cook with, salad dressings and in brownies. Tangerine. Oh, it tastes so good in a glaze. Like if you're going to use a glaze or a marinade. Oh, you can cook with your citrus oils like nobody's business.
Yeah. Okay. And I even when we use the oil, the pulp, we use the oil too, because what people have to realize is you're getting, it's like the zest, but it's super concentrated. You get a little bit when you do that zest, but it's super concentrated. So I tell people all the time when they're like, I drink lemon in my water, I'm like, okay, and drop you some oil in there because that's the rind. So it's not the same thing.
So somebody was just talking about her daughter was told by her dentist to cut down on a lemon essential oil to do with breaking the enamel. So they're probably thinking more of lemon juice, which is completely chemically different, and even acidity wise, one is acidic and one promotes alkaline. So probably that dentist, it needs just a little bit more education on the difference between the rind and the meat and the essential oil and what it's made up of.
Yeah, and I mean, because if she is having something happen with her enamel, if she's really having that and he's seeing that, it could be, but it could be some other things she's eating too. Just because we don't not necessarily have perfect diets. I don't know about your kiddo, but so I would kind of look at that, Margaret, just to kind of see, and then you're able to move ahead as a mama on what to do.
Yeah, and then just be educated too before you go in and talk to them. Make sure you know what you're talking about as far as the lemon essential oil and what it does when it's in your mouth. Okay, breathe.
That's one of my favorites because it helps you to breathe.
What?
That is it. For real, it helps you to breathe, and I love that. If you're having some anxious feelings, it's good for that. A lot of people use it for actual when they're feeling like, they need space, they need air. I'm trying to say the right words. They need space, they need air. You can use breathe. You can use it before and after workouts, and you can add lavender to it. And you have your great little seasonal combo for this time of year. If you add lavender, because it already has lemon and it has peppermint.
What I always used to say in classes is when I thought, so I have asthma. And so when I was having a flare up, I was doing all the things that I normally do, and I was diffusing Breathe at my bedside every night. And then once the flare up had calmed down, I stopped diffusing it, and I started noticing that I was not sleeping as well. And it wasn't that I was having any trouble breathing; it was that I was having like anxious feelings, like you said. And so I realized that when I diffuse Breathe, what do they always tell you when you're anxious? Take a deep breath. Practice your breathing. Breathing is essential to calming down and kicking in that parasympathetic nervous system. So when I started diffusing Breathe again, it's so relaxing for me. It's so calm. It's like being in a spa. So there's Breathe. My husband likes to drop it in the shower before he drops. So half the bottle, but we won't go there.
Yeah, we know how that goes with the men.
Breathe has a really great ingredient, and that ingredient doesn't it have eucalyptus in it? Yeah, eucalyptus. So eucalyptus is the next oil. Eucalyptus, you guys. Eucalyptus. Incredible. This is a heavy hitter.
Yeah.
So anytime you see
y'all hear us, it's a heavy hitter.
Yeah. My eye. Something's wrong with my eye.
It's heavy.
Heavy hitter. That you are going to be protected when you use this. When you have this diffuser.
Do y'all see what we saying?
Protected. I didn't say against what. I'm just saying there's a lot of things out there that you need protection from in the air. And when you diffuse this, you're going to be protected because this will actually neutralize some of those threats. And that's really incredible when you think about what we're used to spraying in the air and covering things up, as opposed to actually neutralizing something in the air. That's a big difference. And then at the same time purifying the air, because we know we got way too many contaminants in the air right now. We're trying to have fewer, not more.
Yes.
We could go on and on.
I have not used eucalyptus because I've heard bad for cats.
Well, don't use it on your cat.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you can't lose it. You can't lose it. You can't use it. If you go to Google doTERRA and animals, they have it all listed out of what, and they put.
I'm thinking of tea tree. Tea tree is the one that you have to really be careful because they lack the enzyme to break that down.
Yeah.
But, eucalyptus. The neat thing about animals too, eucalyptus is. I think with cats you have to dilute super, super heavy. But the neat thing about cats is they will go away from smells. Yeah. Like if you're diffusing eucalyptus, the cat will be like, I'm going in the other room. They know. But yes, there are resources.
Dr. Rourke uses a lot of things, and she has her recommendations. So
she's written books. She has ebooks. She has resources. She has a Facebook group. Dr. Rourke is your one-stop shop for all things pet.
Yeah.
Okay. Eucalyptus, we could talk about that for days too, but we're going to go to lavender.
Lavender information wasn't clear. Yeah, but also because Dr. Rourke has a group that you can get in, and I'm sure it's way more, it's more detailed there. But if you go to doTERRA's, just search it on doTERRA, because sometimes that's where you need to go as you're working with someone, because you can't send them somewhere else. That's why I usually say that, because that's straight from doTERRA, which she's on the veterinarian board, so she's fine. But I'm just saying, be clear about what you're doing.
Definitely. Or in Canada's Oily Vet. Okay, I got another Canadian vet. Mm-hmm. So lavender was my gateway oil. Lavender, I think most of you know my story. Nurse practitioner, very Western, do not think oils are effective. I think some of them smell good, but I thought they were just crunchy, granola. Women that think stuff works like that are brainwashed. Don't get mad. That's how it used to be. Then my daughter had skin irritation that was going on and on and on and on. She was bleeding. She was scratching her skin. I put lavender on the bottoms of my 3-year-old daughter's feet, and the 3-month-long irritation disappeared after putting lavender on the bottoms of her feet. And I just was blown away because I was like, how is it, you know, I had seen commercials like lavender, you put it in your bath and it smells good, or you put it in your baby's lotion and it smells and everyone's calm. And I'm like, how did that?
Mm-hmm.
And how did it get
everyone's calm?
Her rash, her skin irritation was way up here and her feet were way down here. And I'm just like, my mind was blown. My mind was blown by lavender. So then I started doing some research and I'm like, how does lavender do 5,910 things? It does everything. So another one.
And what's my hack for that one? Does anybody on here know my hack? I've probably said it a bazillion times. It's fun. I love it. I don't wear.
Who remembers her hack? It has to do with the toe.
For lavender. I don't know if anybody
remembers Felicia's hack. It has to do with the baby.
I said it on here before.
You have. I know you guys know it.
I don't know. The you guys got the recipe that I gave you for the scalp massage. It has blue tansy, spearmint, and lavender. So I love to, like, when we have a collection, I love to find something to put in the diffuser, find something I usually do a hair mask or something, and then I thought, oh, I'm gonna do a scalp massage because mine is getting low. And I was like, I need to do another one. So I like to do that. If that's okay with you both, I don't know.
Somebody says heels on the baby toe. Lavender on the baby toe, Valerie said.
When you are wearing high heels and you put it over your feet if you deal with any swelling. But it is great. I'm telling you, great. You will be so surprised. I remember, and the reason why I did it the first time is because it was the only oil I had. I didn't know that that's what it was for.
It does everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
It does everything. It's also, I was showing earlier, I have this little empty little guy. And so inside I put castor oil and rosemary, which is also, we're going to talk about in a minute, but also lavender. And so when you do lavender and rosemary for your eyelashes and your eyebrows, if they are getting sparse and you're trying to regrow or hold on to what you have, that's what you want to do. Lavender, and you can use whatever carrier oil, but castor oil also has really good benefits for growing that back. Okay. Lost my place. So let's go to rosemary then, since I just said rosemary. Rosemary. Oh, rosemary. We love rosemary. I've recently been really using rosemary a lot because we've been doing a lot of detoxing. But I always say with rosemary, think about bugs. You know, I'm not talking about spiders and caterpillars.
Heavy hitter.
Another heavy. You know, like things that really, really start to hurt, like right back here, and then you're just like, oh, is this gonna make? I might have to take a trip to the hospital for this. You know, those kind of heavy hitter things. This is but okay, so we are loving rosemary. Rosemary is not just, I never really thought about rosemary for discomfort, but it's a really good one for discomfort too. Mm-hmm. And I learned that when I was having discomfort and I would have clenching my teeth, and I came up with this mix of ylang ylang, basil, and marjoram. But then one time I didn't have basil. I'm like, what's kind of similar to basil? And I was like, rosemary seems similar to basil to me. So I just went in there. That's what you do. You just play with them, right? You're like, what's kind of similar? And I went and got my rosemary, and I was like, wow, that really helped. So for discomfort too, especially tension discomfort,
Oh, I didn't even say I got one that I forgot about that wasn't from that we didn't do today. Today we did a big class and talked about all this stuff. So we're sharing it with you guys. But I didn't say this one. Rosemary popcorn. Have you?
Oh, it's good.
So good. Like you wouldn't think about it. It's so good. Butter and popcorn. If you want to do coconut oil, if you're scared of butter, and a little salt from Himalayan salt.
So what would you do? How do you get the rosemary in there so that it's mixed up good?
You melt your butter or your coconut.
And then you add to that.
Yeah, and then you add the rosemary to that.
Drizzle it.
Stir it up really good and then drizzle it on the popcorn.
Toss it.
Yep.
Okay.
So good. So good.
Because I always worry that I'm going to mess up all my popcorn by getting like all of it.
You make margarita popcorn? You don't make margarita popcorn. You act
Yes,
like
I do. I do. And I put the lime in with the coconut oil and then I drizzle it on there. So I know that, but I'm asking for the viewers.
Okay.
Now, rosemary, just so you know, the box that we're talking about, rosemary is an extra free oil. So this box, every day this week from Tuesday to Saturday, there's going to be pairings. We don't know what the pairings will be, but they'll be buy one oil, get one oil free. Buy one oil, get one oil free. And they're all going to be some combination of these oils that we're talking about, but they will not include rosemary. Rosemary is only going to be when you get the box, and the box is over halfway sold out. So you definitely want to get the box today. Yeah. If you want this free.
Get your box, you guys. Sharon is asking like 1 drop of rosemary. Yeah, Sharon, try it out because you got to see what you like. So put 1 drop, melt your butter, put 1 drop, pour that on, and then next time okay, I'm gonna try it too. I don't make that a lot. I tried that at someone's house and then I came home and made it. That was years ago though when I first moved here. So I don't make that, and I don't eat popcorn too much. But it's so good because I don't know how to act when I have them around some. That's why I don't have it too much.
Right. And then it also depends on how much popcorn you're making. Like if you're making a little bowl, you don't put 5 drops. If you're making a big bowl, so. Yeah. And then what do you like the taste of? Okay. So rosemary only with the box. Okay. Next one, balance. Oh, balance. You guys, balance was another one that I fell in love with when I first started using essential oils because I am a high-strung person and I tend to just really start getting in my head and letting little things get to me. So much better now with cold showers. But this thing will take you right out of that anger. It's the Hulk oil. It's the road rage oil. And it's the grounding oil of that.
You put it on every morning, huh?
Every single morning before I will get up out of the bed, I slather this on the bottoms of my feet. Then when I stand up, all those reflex points on my feet, they're all getting stimulated with the balance. And I'm telling you walk around and you feel like
they're all stimulated.
You're kind of like feeling it and you're just like, wow.
You got balanced socks.
It's just something about knowing that you're doing that for yourself. And then you're thinking about your spine alignment. So it makes you kind of walk up straighter and just the whole process of it, you guys, if you would try to do that in the morning, just try it with me and tell me how it changes at least until, about half an hour into your day. Something will get to you, but at least for the first half hour. The first half hour, you're like, can't nothing touch me.
Sharon says she uses balance first thing too.
Oh, my mother-in-law does too now. Now that she said she started to do that. She really likes that.
Walking with it.
And then we're walking together, walking out to see the sunrise with our balance on our feet. We're kind of twins now. We're just kind of okay. What else? What's your favorite thing about balance?
I think, like I said, it's because it's grounding. I don't use it every day like you do. And I probably should because because I do love it. I have used it. I used it. Maybe was it December? I used it as my breast support oil, because
Oh,
the frankincense
yeah.
is in it and the calming. And I like to do a calming oil at night with citrus, and then in the day I'll do like a minty with
Yeah.
citrus and for my breast support.
Yep. Like you said, there's frankincense in this. There is blue tansy. Hello. Blue tansy is in it. Blue chamomile and osmanthus. So we're going to talk about osmanthus next when we talk about beautiful. But there's something about osmanthus. Every single oil that is like my favorite oil, they blend. They all have osmanthus in them. I'm like, doTERRA, this is just a private request for me. Can we just get osmanthus? Like, get osmanthus by itself.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what I would do, and maybe I wouldn't even like it. Who knows? But man, anything that has osmanthus,
I don't know what it smells like. They blend it well.
They do. So
For sure.
Okay, so what is it about this oil, Felicia, that makes people go crazy?
Oh, people lose their mind. They lose their mind over beautiful. Maybe like you said, it's the osmanthus.
It's a combination.
Mm-hmm.
It smells so good, and I personally feel like it smells strong enough that you could dilute it and make 2 out of 1. It's got osmanthus. It has lime, which I love. It has bergamot, which I love, and then frankincense and that osmanthus. So osmanthus is really, really it's just a really like luxuriant, sweet. It's got a really sweet smell to it, but it's wonderful.
Elizabeth,
so the combination of that beautiful.
Says that she loves it in Brave. Oh, it's in Brave.
Yeah, see, and I love Brave. Anything that has that osmanthus in it, it's just like, oh, it smells good. Yeah. So beautiful. It's something that we hoard around here. So whatever day that this is the oil of the day, watch out for that day, because it'll be gone quick.
That's why you get your box today, and then at least you have one, and then you go in with your boxing gloves on for the day. You know what I'm saying?
Your boxing gloves on. Yep. Okay. Also, Roman chamomile.
Elizabeth Tucker says an elevation. The two of them together, or just elevation by itself? Elevation is one of my favorites. So
it's got osmanthus in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I forgot about that. It's one of my favorites.
Love it. Love it. Okay, Roman chamomile. Roman chamomile is. What do you like about that one? And I'll tell you what I like about it. I'm not crazy about the smell. Do you like the smell?
You're not crazy about it? Mm-mm. Yeah, nope. But with stuff. But you know what I like about it? You like the smell? You like it? Nope, not one bit. I do like it mixed with stuff, but I love that that the baby products smells like baby lotion, but it's with Roman chamomile. I don't know what they did to that. Did you think that?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, because I have I raised my babies with that stuff. Jacoby wasn't, because I knew better by then. But like the 2 older ones, all the Johnson & Johnson and the baby mint, all that stuff, I just slathered them in it, which is terrible. And I had tons of it. I was buying it, you're getting your stocking up before the baby, and then people bought it for me, and I had both the Baby Magic and the Johnson & Johnson. But so I have fond memories, but you just get it out of your head, because I didn't put it on Jacoby. And then but when we smelled our baby stuff, that's what the combination is. So ever since then, and I liked Roman chamomile, like I said before, but I really liked it ever since then. Didn't we learn about a spray that was made with it?
Yeah, Tatiana was talking about putting it with lavender and doing like a spray for her little 5 3-year-old.
Yeah, she's probably 3.
And then my good friend Steph, who's helping me organize, she has her little one is teething, And so I know that that's really good to help for relief from that. So we made her a little roller with lavender and Roman chamomile, and just rolled it on the side. She was acting down here, so I said, rub it on the outside of her teeth are coming in. Just rub it there. And she said she slept. She sent me a picture the next day of her little girl in the crib, and she goes, "I slept through the night." She had the caption, "I slept through the night. Thank you." So it helps with teething and skin. I remember I wasn't crazy about the smell, but what it did for Wesley's skin when she was little. And then when you put it with other things and put it on the skin, it does smell really good. It doesn't. I just don't like it out of the bottle.
We need to figure out, we need to make a blend with Roman chamomile, blue tansy. Is there something chamomile, blue tansy? And then, yeah, we need to craft something. Because, I mean, blue tansy, someone was just talking about on the class we did earlier that they had, was it poison ivy? Or poison, I don't know, one of those, and cleared it up. And, you know, some people get that and they are like throwing everything but the kitchen sink. And their body is...
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I think Lana said it.
Okay, yeah, the Roman chamomile makes sense because Wesley had that what I call snake skin, and one of the recipes that I used had the Roman chamomile in it, and it just to see that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay, somebody else said teething and calming baby. Copaiba for teething. Okay, so we talked about Roman chamomile, which also has numerous other benefits. We're just kind of talking about the things that we like, that you hadn't thought of, recipes that you hadn't thought of. A spray would be really nice. We did spearmint. We haven't talked about citrus bloom.
Citrus bloom. That's another favorite of people's.
Yep, it's another one that we do not carry normal. It's limited time.
It's not come back, like a set comeback for, I think for a holiday or something. But no, you can't just get it. And people, it's another favorite. It
smells so good. And why don't I have it with me so I can tell you what's in it?
Where's mine? I think mine is in my bathroom, one of them.
It smells really good. I love it. It's one of my favorite ones to put on the dryer balls. Somebody was saying that they like spearmint on the dryer balls. Yeah. I like citrus bloom on my dryer balls. So I put that in there. The clothes come out and they just smell like they came out of a meadow. That's what my clothes smell like. They came out of a spring meadow. I mean, that's what Glenn, like when we're trying to switch out from the detergents and the softeners, and floral smells, and then he really likes that.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, citrus bloom, there you go. It's gonna smell just like those floral smells that you love so much. So
yeah.
It's Georgina.
Away from that if you're into it. And I was all about the scent and baby smelling like Johnson & Johnson. So bad.
Yeah. So, but that's another favorite. So again, when you see that one come up, first of all, another reason to get the box because you're guaranteed to get it because it's another one that when that day comes up, it will go.
Yep.
Everyone's going to snatch it up. So get your box, then you at least have one 15 ml bottle of that citrus bloom. And it's strong. Have you noticed that? It's a strong smell.
Does it have, what flower does it have in it? Magnolia or?
It has magnolia, which is a strong smell. Watch me say that and it's not in it.
I thought I saw that today. It has magnolia.
I think so too. Okay, it's got wild orange, grapefruit, lavender, Roman chamomile, and magnolia. So and see, I love it, and it has Roman chamomile in it. So
that's what I was thinking. So it had both because I was like, no, not Roman chamomile, magnolia. Because I was getting ready to say Roman chamomile. I should have said it. It has both. Okay.
Yep, it's got both, and it's really. I think magnolia is just a very intense. I'd have to look up which intensity it is, but it's an intense one. So I like those oils when they come up because I don't have to put 10 drops of them in my diffuser. I put 2 drops in my diffuser and it's like the whole room smells really, really nice. It's only a level 2 intensity. For me, it's just very intense magnolia is. Okay, maybe it's the Roman chamomile in it that makes it so strong. All right, and the other last one that we haven't talked about yet is, wait for it, peace.
Peace out. Peace out.
So peace, there's a good story behind peace, that we used to make a blend before peace came out. We used to hand make a blend called Peaceful Child, and I know someone was responsible for that recipe. And whoever it was is a genius, because they were like, if we put vetiver, lavender, ylang ylang, frankincense, clary sage, marjoram, actually in the peace blend, there's spearmint in it, which was not in the Peaceful Child blend. But there was frankincense. I said the rest of them.
Yeah.
And we put those together and we give it to kiddos that have a hard time focusing and have a hard time sitting still. They are able. Now, if you take the same oil and you give it to me, I might start getting a little bit droopy.
A little bit antsy.
Yeah, a little bit sleepy, actually. But somebody who has a hard time focusing will smell it and be like, "Oh, it smells amazing," and it will just calm them right down and help them to focus. Yeah. And there are people that love to take peace and then take it to that next level and put even more vetiver and put even more ylang ylang and make it even more powerful for their kiddos, depending on the level of their kiddos and where they are on that spectrum of intensity of difficulty focusing and all of that and hyperactivity.
Oh, cool.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
I know it smells like apricots, she says. Huh.
Who said that?
Diana.
Who likes peace? Does anyone love peace in your family, or does anyone think it stinks? Or
no, I love it. Jesse uses it too. I don't know that Jacoby does, but Jesse uses it too.
Okay.
In his sleep blend, he'll use it sometimes.
Magnolia smells so good. So if you guys don't have your box,
get a box.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. No, it's funny because I love the fact that there's versatility, there's flexibility. Like, you know, it's been a rough year. Not the box is $189.50. So not everybody has $189.50 right now to get this box.
They got it. They got their stimmy.
Alicia, they might have to pay like a power bill.
They'd have to pay a bill, huh?
They might have to buy food. So, yeah, we are not advising you to use your stimulus package thing, whatever, to buy this kit. But if you have the $189.50, 100% it makes more sense to get the box. But I love the versatility that, like, because I've had a few people today that were like, man, it looks so good. I wish I could get that box. And then I'm like, you know what? Get what you can get during the week. It'll be all right. Yeah. I love that you can do either or.
That's what I was telling people. It's okay. It's okay. Don't, I said, I keep you informed, and I haven't been working and this and that, and we got a whole other conversation. I'm like, it's my job to keep you informed, and then you scoop up what you can. This is not about telling people to spend their stimulus or work extra or whatever.
Aren't you gonna didn't you get your stimulus yet? Let's see, 1,400 divided by 189. You can get 5.
Yeah.
You can get all 5, the limit, because the limit is 5.
I saw the video about the stimmy that had me laughing. I should post it. Did people get them already? When did they come out, or are they still coming out?
I know there's people that have gotten them, but they're still coming out.
Okay, because because when I saw that video, when she sent me that video, I was like, it must be time. I'm thinking, because this is hilarious. This video, and awesome. So people are able to do some things.
Do some things. What you gonna do with $1,400? Okay, let's just talk. What are you really gonna do with $1,400? I
guess you know what I think it's got to be. It's probably overwhelmed. It started Friday. Okay, and somebody got theirs last week.
You've done something, but I mean, you've been waiting for years.
But so some people have had way more things happen. You know what I mean? So that 1,400 is like, huh? That's just a little drop in the bucket of problems. So, oh no, but I'm not going to tell them to buy 5 BOGO boxes.
Maybe just one. Well, we just wanted to talk about this tonight because we've been talking about it all day, and why not continue to talk about it tonight? Because that's what we're thinking about. We're thinking about oils, how amazing they are, how great it is to be able to just have at your disposal these oils. And it just, when you think about, your kiddo, when I thought about Steph and I was actually trying to help my organizer for her sleep. She's having difficulty sleeping. And she was saying this is working really well for her, but the baby kept waking up. And the baby was waking up because she was teething. And then, so for her to be able to help the baby so that she could sleep, it just made me feel so good. I'm just like, man, where was this when I had a baby?
Oh man.
I was there. I just didn't know about it.
All the time when I'm around people with babies, I'm like, it would have been a whole different ball game. Nadine says gift the enrollments as an option as well. What does that mean? Do you know, Jess? Mm-hmm. Gift the enrollments as an option as well.
I don't know what she means, but I know that you could definitely, the nice thing about the BOGO box is if you don't have a doTERRA membership, you can just get a BOGO box at wholesale cost and become a member with no membership fee, which is just like going into Costco, and Costco has a day where it's like, become a member for free day. And that's what it is. So today is become a member of doTERRA for free day when you get a BOGO box.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
The BOGO box can be used as an enrollment. Yes. Yep, it sure can.
It can, Monica. So if anybody needs it, you need to let me know. Let me know. Text me. We talked about that before because we need to talk about getting them extra goodies.
doTERRA already released the ebook. They did.
Awesome. That's awesome. Thank you, Denise.
I'm gonna put that in the video that we. I'm gonna put the book in there.
Yep.
So all the tips in the book, too.
Yep. Absolutely.
doTERRA, like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, it's nice because it didn't always used to be that way.
If you guys are in any of you that are in our health and wellness group, you saw me. We did a dance video last night off the song "I Like the Way You Move." So you gotta make sure you get in there.
You and Jacoby?
Yeah, because it was about we like the way doTERRA moves because of this BOGO box, and they told us early, so we knew yesterday.
Thank you, doTERRA.
Yeah.
No,
we knew 2 days ago, right? What did we know? Saturday? Yeah, we learned it Saturday. So, yeah.
Because now, just imagine if we knew 4 days. Because look how many people we had at our class today. If we had 4 days, we're just some of these might get back to doTERRA somehow. I don't know. Some of our suggestions.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us so much. We always love having you. Thank you. Let us know, but please let us know what else you want to talk about. What else you want to hear us talk about? Like we'll talk about what you guys want to talk about within reason.
Chit chat.
Need to go, that deep. George was dancing with you.
Yep, it was fun.
George, we need a video.
Yeah, we need to see.
We don't believe you. Okay, guys, have a wonderful rest of your night. Go get your box. If you don't have your box, get your ebook. Start looking up how you're going to use your oils. Oil up tonight. Do all the things, and we will see you next week.
All right.